Good morning. I'm Carol Palmer from Jamaica. I now work as registrar at the University College of the Caribbean in Kingston, Jamaica. I started my life with restorative justice, seeking to get strategic direction and having had government decision that we ought to implement it in Jamaica. And we have been on a path in the last 7 years of getting public awareness, and there has been some community-based implementation. Here at the symposium, I expect to be learning some more about how one overcome challenges for implementation.
Good morning. I'm Ruby Bray from Wilmington, North Carolina. I consider myself a transdisciplinarian in that I work across organizations helping individuals and organizations achieve their goals. My experience has been that often there are blocks, and the blocks often arise around conflict. So I am skilled working with Alternatives to Violence project, where I've helped people in communities and people who are incarcerated work through conflict of various sorts. I've come to understand that most get to a place where the conflict is resolved, but the relationship is not restored. And that's how I have found my way to this program. My hope is to be able to better understand how to help restore relationship so that we stop wasting resources around reprisal.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rhondaaqueta, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland. I am the principal of City Springs Elementary Middle School in Baltimore, and we started implementing restorative practices about 4 years ago, and I'm also one of the speakers today, so I'll save most of my comments for when it's my turn, but I guess I just want to respond to what we've been asked to respond to now, which is my reason for being here. I am very grateful to John and Ted for bringing restorative practices to my school and for the change that has happened at my school as a result of our implementation of restorative practices. So I think that it's out of gratitude that when I'm asked to come somewhere and speak about restorative practices, I feel like I can't say no. So I'm here to share my experience, and hopefully I care about kids everywhere, not just the ones at my school. And I think that restorative practices is something that we should be using with kids everywhere.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jim Menapace. I'm with Northampton County Juvenile Probation, and I'm the Deputy Chief of the department. I've been with the department for over 27 years now, working with juvenile delinquents for now 31 years. My interest and reason for being here today is really twofold. I'm hoping I can get some suggestions from the experts as to how I could do a better job, or collectively our management team can do a better job implementing restorative practices with what we do in juvenile probation. And I think not just with the kids that we work with, but with our day-to-day interactions as professionals. I don't think this is just a client-centered approach. I think and that's the second reason why I'm here. I want to do a better job personally with restorative practices, again, because I think it's not just related to what we're all doing as professionals. I think it could become an integral part of what we do in our personal lives with our own personal relationships. So I'm very open to feedback. I have long-standing relationships with these folks through the alternative programs and more recently with what we're trying to do with restorative practices. So I'm hoping collectively you'll be able to give me some help with the two reasons why I'm here. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Asaf Shanav. I'm from Israel. I've been here for the last 3 weeks learning about restorative practices in different ways. In Israel, I work in order to spread restorative practice all over the country, and I meet a lot of teenagers and teachers every year. I'm here in order to learn from what other people do and their mistakes and success. And, interested about that.
My name is Vincent Hbu Titus. I'm the director of a juvenile probation office, our main office in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And I want to learn a little bit more about how to employ restorative practices in programming for juveniles as well as in our management style within our district.
I'm Mary Reed. I'm president of the board of Partners in Restorative Initiatives. We do much of the same kind of work that IIRP does on a very, very small level. We work in courts, both town courts, and are just beginning work in a felony court in the city of Rochester. We work in schools, and we have a couple of major projects that are multi-year. We're also doing a reentry project with incarcerated women. The work is incredibly exciting. Turning the tide is incredibly difficult. We're here because we want to, we will share our challenges and we'll share our successes, and we're happy to do that. But I'm here because I want to know, and we want to know, Jeannie and I particularly, because we do the schoolwork, we want to understand better about implementation, systemic implementation. We want to be more successful at our work in schools. And we work both in major urban school, and we also work in a what we would regard probably as a more rural area. And I don't know where to put myself, because in my role, I'm also very interested in the court work, in juvenile work, in probationary work. So, but I guess if I had to be anywhere, it would be with the school people right now because of the major work we're doing in that area.